Honored guests, good morning and warm welcome to all of you of the third International Conference on ASPHALT 4.0, where the future of roads, asphalt and transport infrastructure is being shaped through digital innovation. This event, organized by the Slovenian and Spanish asphalt associations, with support from the European Asphalt Pavement Association, brings together leading experts from 7 countries to explore cutting-edge technological advancement in our field. We are delighted to be here today in Ljubljana, a city renowned for its dedication to green living and sustainability. As we know, the future of mobility goes hand in hand with sustainability, and digital transformation plays a key role in making this vision a reality. I would especially like to extend a warm welcome to our 32 excellent speakers. It's wonderful to have you join us for this important conference, where we will hear 25 expert presentations covering a broad range of innovation, from small transport systems to digital twins and AI in road management. Slovenia is famous for its stunning landscapes, and Ljubljana is one of the Europe's greenest capitals. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's tour. You have very nice sunny weather and had a chance to experience what makes Slovenia and Ljubljana so special. Today we have an exciting program lined up with many valuable ideas and insights. Digital transformation is already transforming how we build, maintain and manage roads, enhancing safety, efficiency and sustainability. We are standing on the brink of an era where asphalt is not just a material, but part of a broader ecosystem in smart technologies. And now, please join me in welcoming on the stage Slovenko Henigman, President of the Slovenian Asphalt Association, who will open today's conference and share his perspective on the importance of digital transformation in our industry. In 1996, he initiated the founding Association of Asphalters of Slovenia, as known as, which he continues to lead to this day. In addition to running his company Sloman, he has been the director of Association for Consulting Engineering at the Chamber of Commerce and Industry since 2015. Mr. Slovenko Henigman, stage is yours, please.
Good morning to everyone. Yes, it works. I'm very pleased to be the host of the International Conference of ASPHALT 4.0 this year in Ljubljana. I would like to welcome all, especially the Spanish delegation, the leading group of the European Asphalt Pavement Association, EAPA, and welcome to the Slovenian State Secretary at the Ministry of Infrastructure, Mr. Andrej, Rajh. We were co-organizers at the first and second conference in Madrid, and I would like the Spanish Asphalt Pavement Association, ASEFMA, and especially President Juan Potti for starting these events in Europe. As we can see, the event is growing year on year, which is a great sign for our countries and the APA working together. If we compare EU, China, and especially US, we can see that there are significant differences in implementing new ideas and technologies. The EU market is too regulated. And as we recently heard from our former president of the European Central Bank, Mario Draghi, this is reflected in the fact that US has a market value of more than 10 times than the EU equivalent. Because of this, the EU needs massive investments and changes in the philosophy across all industries. In the EU, we have ambitions and ideas, but we do not successfully put this into practice. How does this relate to our industry and this conference? We see in our industry that we also face significant challenges in implementing new ideas and technologies into our projects. Why don't we use more warm asphalt? Or why don't we adopt more equipment once it is developed? We must push against the bureaucracy that classifies reclaimed asphalt pavement as waste material. We have known this for many years and have demonstrated and explained it many times. Yet, in the end, each of our countries must contend with various procedures. The result is less reused asphalt on the roads, less warm asphalt, fewer new paved surfaces, and ultimately a worse environment in an EU that should be the leading green continent. Asphalt is the most important building material, and our roads are the most important traffic infrastructure. We need to do more to optimize our roads for public transport, cycling, walking, and driving. All these need well-designed, built, and maintained roads. There are many issues with achieving optimal user experiences. How can we make safer and more comfortable roads while maximizing their capacity? And how can we produce high-quality asphalt faster and with less people involved in the asphalt industry? We named the digitalization of roads after the most important material on it, ASPHALT 4.0. And it is logical that we organize an international conference on this topic. Asphalt is the connecting link to this conference, both in the construction and use of the road infrastructure. How to involve the user as the most important link in the chain to give the best experience when using the road. We have experts from many countries today, which has allowed us to prepare a very attractive program for this conference. We have 33 excellent speakers from 7 different countries across Europe who are presenting their papers. We have a great combination of topics connected to the organization of asphalt, production, and road infrastructure. The program consists of 5 sessions over 2 days and covering intelligent transport system and cooperative connected and automated mobility, moderated by Ulrich Zorin, project design, digital twins and digitalization, moderated by Juan Potti, technology suppliers, market uptake, and quality control for innovative products, moderated by myself, asset management system and environmental standards, moderated by Brexo Gomez Meida, new generation of asphalt production, asphalt laying and work zone safety, moderated by Matthias Martus. We have a lecture from Roberto Nunes del Rio, discussing his experiences in digital management and user experience, as well as his books. We are very lucky and privileged to have such an experienced and knowledgeable speaker with us, and I'm especially looking forward to his lecture. I would also like to mention a workshop from Padecasa Xauba, both from Spain, Coupon from Switzerland, Austria, and Dars from Slovenia, covering how they use their technology in real terms along with a live demonstration of digitalization. This conference is the best way to bring us together to develop new ideas, but this is not enough. We need to implement these ideas and technologies in our own countries to lead digitalization in the practice. So we would encourage you to think about how you can take ideas away from this conference to use in your project, either upcoming or ongoing. This will be a small step to being in competition with the other countries mentioned before and achieving better productivity for our industry. We also have an exhibition space downstairs in 2 rooms. This will allow us to meet and discuss with our exhibitor and their technologies, as well as conference participation. And at the end, I would like to thank to all speakers, to all moderators, organizers, and lastly, our exhibitors that you see on the screen. Without it wouldn't be possible to organize such conference. Many thanks for supporting our conference. I'm very pleased to welcome you to Ljubljana and the excellent Grand Union Hotel, and welcome to those joining us online on our streaming services. I wish you a pleasant stay in Ljubljana and wish you 2 successful days. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Mr. Juan José Potti is a Vice President of Spanish Road Association and former President of EAPA. He has been instrumental in European projects, including initiating ASPHALT 4.0 and ASPHALT 4.0 conference, shaping the future in our industry. He coordinated the Progetto Phoenix project from 2008 to 2013, which has a budget over 28 million euros. Mr. José Potti, it's nice to see you again, and please welcome me here.
Good morning. Thank you for your nice words. I am here again 1 year more, 1 year older. Yesterday was a special evening. Thank you one more time, Slovenko and all the team, for the unforgettable dinner yesterday night. Well, good morning for everyone. Especially I say not only at physical level, we have today streaming and virtual through the app. We have 3 levels: personal, digital, and virtual, and probably much more people than you see around you. We are a big family, grow up in terms of digitalization. Well, this month is a special month for me. A lot of things very important. In particular, I just say yesterday I have 1 more year. It's not a problem. I hope to accumulate a lot of years. But on Friday, last week, on Friday, I made 40 years working on this sector. Exactly 20 September 84. Thank you. I joined Juan José Potti started 40 years ago, and all my life working inside this sector, I have elements to see and to consider the evolution, and I am convinced of my words. We are the most innovative, the most attracting, and the most interesting sector. It's not an isolated case. A lot of people work all their life inside the sector, and evidently we have a lot of barriers, a lot of elements to fight, but it's a very attractive sector, and we are inside, I repeat, the most innovative sector in terms of construction. And one of the problems, evidently, is the young people, to attire the interest of the young people. Well, we are here today in the third edition of this initiative, International Conference on ASPHALT 4.0. The first and the second was made in Madrid, always with the help, with the collaboration of Slovenko under the umbrella of the EAPA. And each edition was more and more interesting. But for the first year, I remember, we talked about the Internet of the Things. We talk about the use of the digital twins applied to in our sector. In the second, we talk about the application of the artificial intelligence, cognitive, collaborative, blockchain. Well, a lot of technologies you can imagine are inside our activity. And in my opinion, it's not only to discover this technology and to use in our activity, is, in my opinion, is a very hard argument to attire attraction of the young talent. And I feel it's necessary this effort to push, to improve the level of activity, but at the same time to attire the interest of the young people. We feel, and we talked during the precedent editions, we probably will live a very interesting period. We have, at the same time, several revolutions. One revolution, evidently, is the digital revolution. All is different. I remember on the past, the music was a vinyl. The first floor on the Corte Inglés, for example, big magazine in Spain, was dedicated to offer the disc on vinyl. Now there isn't. Now, it's not the CD. CD was the digital transformation of this vinyl. No. Now is you offer streaming, and you decide if you prefer iTunes or different platforms offering you the music. I feel this example shows the capacity of, is not only introduce the digital technology, is the transformation of the activity 4.0 of each activity. In our case, is ASPHALT 4.0. And I wish to remark the theory. In general, all the people think about the application of the digital technology applied to paving, to laying, to management of the trucks, for example, these kind of things. Okay, the second could be the digital management of the organization. The famous app, the famous systems to manage all the people and all the rules, all the things around. Okay, but I wish to remark today, repeat, the third ring, Roberto, today or tomorrow, I don't remember, talk about that, is the customer experience. In my opinion, in general, I feel we have a problem at this level. In general, we think we are working on this sector, and our client, our customer, is the administration. And I don't feel that. The administration he has a responsibility, and evidently is one part of the same game. We work not at the same level, but we work together. But the client, the customer, is the citizen, is the society. And this is the question. If you analyze, if you see around you or yourself, your website, your system, your communication, I feel we have a problem inside. We don't try to convince the citizens. We try to convince the administration. And the administration is convinced because he knows very well. But my suggestion is think about the third ring, think about the customer experience, think about how you say to the society in general our activity. I feel it's a very important thing. And to finish, one more time, I repeat, thank you, Slovenko, thank you, SAS, thank you for not only your work, for all your team, all your You made excellent work, and I wish to say thank you one more time. And I absolutely convinced for the first edition. We need to decide if we'll be here or in Spain or wherever. I will absolutely convinced it will be more people involved, more people convinced, and in my opinion, this is not the future, it's the present. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Mr. Ralf Pomp is CEO of Matthias Haar Asphalting and Concrete Mixing Group in Germany. Since last year, Mr. Pomp has served as the president of EAPA, leading efforts to promote sustainability and innovation in asphalt technologies across Europe. He grew up in the family business from young years on, so he learned to operate cars, lorries, wheels loaders, mixing plants, and repairs those. And we look forward to hearing from you here, please.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very honored to welcome you here for the EAPA. My name is Ralf Pomp, as I was introduced, and my theme is the image of the road. As Juan Jose already mentioned, we have big problems to attract the next generation of asphalt family. And I think the most important thing for us is to work on the image of our branch. The civilization, the road users who we should address ourselves to, mostly don't see what we do for society. And roads don't fall from the skies. Many young people think roads are there, we don't have to do nothing about that, but this is because we don't tell them that roads have to be planned, financed, built, maintained. And if we don't act towards the society and tell them we are there and we work for the society, we will lose the struggle for the funds to finance the roads. I have an example. Nobody likes hospitals, because hospitals are attached to ill people. But nobody would say, let's stop building hospitals because we will have less ill people. This is stupid. But we do the same with roads. There are movements in politics to stop building roads, thinking this would reduce traffic, ignoring that the roads are the backbone of our society. So we have to talk outwards, not only inside our branch. We have to do more promotion outside to the society and tell them, hey, we are working for you and not against you. I was thrown with beer cans on a weekend job site from people in the traffic jam thinking, whoa, they are disturbing my weekend, not seeing that we did not have fun working on that weekend. We did that to avoid the traffic jam in the week. But this is only because we don't tell it to the people. So let's work on the image of asphalt. Asphalt is very innovative, and Asphalt 4.0 is the sign that we send to the society, hey, we are a sexy branch. We are innovative. We need young people and not only the leftovers. We are not only the people working with rubber shoes with a shovel in our hand, but we also use digitalization. We offer interesting jobs, and we do this for the society. And this is our message that we have to spread all over. So in that sense, welcome to that conference, and I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Andrej, Rajh is State Secretary in Slovenia, an expert in renewable energy and climate change. His role in evaluating European Commission projects and contributing to international conferences aligns perfectly with the future of sustainable infrastructure. And please join me.
Oh, no.
Thank you for warm welcome, and I couldn't agree more with my predecessor. Dear Mr. Slovenko Henigman, President of Slovenian Asphalt Pavement Association, Mr. Ralf Pomp, President of European Asphalt Pavement Association, Mr. Juan Potti, President of Spanish Asphalt Pavement Association, Mr. Antonio Morales, Deputy Director for Sustainability and Innovation from the Ministry of Transport of Spain, and all dear distinguished guests. It is my great pleasure and honor to welcome you today on the behalf of the Ministry of Infrastructure of the Republic of Slovenia. I'm very pleased that you have chosen Slovenia as the venue for today's and for this year's international conference. Such events are of great importance in the transport sector as they serve as a platform for reviewing and evaluating current international trends and state-of-the-art technologies used in the asphalt design and preparation industry. The Ministry of Infrastructure places great emphasis on the development, modernization, and maintenance of competitive public transport infrastructure. Only such infrastructure will enable the economy to plan its supply chains in a meaningful way and to gain a competitive advantages in the market and users to travel in comfort or to overcome their daily commute. It is increasingly important to understand that the era of intelligent transport systems, asphalt is also taking on a new role and importance, especially in the digitalization of traffic management. Asphalt is a key top layer of transport infrastructure, not only on roads, but also in ports, airports, railway stations, and logistics centers. In modern times, the mere construction of basic transport infrastructure is no longer sufficient to cope with growing traffic flows, and therefore it is necessary and important to provide more efficient, safer, and more effective traffic management. The role of asphalt is multifaceted in this respect, as it allows the introduction of modern technological solutions, which are an important tool to better utilization of existing transport infrastructure. The asphalt industry is one of the most digitalized sectors in the construction industry. Digitalization, the use of artificial intelligence, vehicle-to-infrastructure communication, and intelligent transport systems are becoming the building blocks for the efficient solutions for the optimal and safe use of infrastructure. We cannot ignore the fact that asphalt is a perfect example of the circular economy, as it can be fully reused. By choosing the right asphalt mix, we can influence wear and tear, ensure safe and comfortable driving, and minimize environmental impact. Important elements in this process are machine compatibility, process innovation, and the use of state-of-the-art technologies, all of which make recycling asphalt more cost-effective and sustainable. At this point, I would like to point out that the infrastructure is becoming increasingly congested due to growing volume of traffic. And the weather conditions are changing radically and rapidly, with phenomena that are no longer more exceptions. It is therefore essential to build durable, resilient, and high-quality projects that will allow them to last as long as possible. In doing so, the transport infrastructure of the future must be built as safely as possible for each user. This year's conference is also an opportunity for the gathered experts to further strengthen cooperation and exchange of experiences, trends in the asphalt industry, as well as automotive industry, the transport and construction profession, and user requirements. I wish you every success in a time that offers us many challenges, and thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. State Secretary. Mr. Imanol Garcia is all-around innovation expert from Spanish Ministry of Transport and Sustainable Mobility, brings 15 years of experience in road projects. His focus on improving efficiency and quality through digital technologies offer a glimpse into the road ahead. So please join me to the stage.
So good morning, everyone. It's a great pleasure for me to be here today, participating in such a specialized congress like this one. As introduced, I'm a member of the innovation team at the National Road Administration in Spain, under the Ministry of Transport and Sustainable Mobility. To give you a general idea about the road network we manage, I could say that it extends over 26,000 kilometers, which represents a small percentage of the total length of roads in Spain, but on the other hand, it supports more than 60% of the heavy traffic that circulates through our country, which reveals the main features of our roads, especially in terms of capacity. And our allocated budget for 2023 was approximately 2.6 million euros. So from my department, we are developing several lines of action related to digitalization, sustainability, and innovation, aiming to transform the way we manage our road network. And before I begin with my presentation, I would like to highlight some of the ongoing projects or contracts we are just putting out to tender, related to the use of computer vision to inventory items, identify pavement distresses, and other damaged assets, the use of floating car data in order to carry out mobility studies, as well as assessing pavement conditions, the implementation of building information modeling methodology in our way of working, both in new projects or construction management, the creation of a digital model of our road network, along with its own viewer via mobile mapping or GIS software, the standardizing of our asset management systems, as well as our tunnels, SCADAs, and another specific line related to ground monitoring by means of INSAR technology, that's to say interferometric synthetic aperture radar. And other lines related to, specifically related to sustainability, such as reducing our energy consumption by switching our roadway lighting to LED, transitioning to renewable sources, and self-production. We are also calculating our carbon footprint as the first step to reduce it, and assessing the climate change vulnerability of our road assets to define strategies to address it. So all these initiatives are part of our innovation procurement process that we began in 2022 with a preliminary market consultation, where we presented the 10 main challenges our organization is facing right now. We received more than 500 proposals from the business sector, which is helping us to define and prioritize the main initiatives we are currently developing. So, to conclude this first part, as I mentioned before, we are completely determined to change the way we manage our road network, upgrading our working methods to meet current standards. And this must necessarily be through digitalization and taking advantage of the countless possibilities that modern technology provides. So, Now you already know a little bit about the administration I work for. Allow me to speak to you about two specific programs where we are launching right now within our innovation procurement plan, specifically related to asphalt pavement, sustainability, and innovation. They are not directly related to digitalization, but we expect to use some digital technologies to help us manage and monitor the entire projects, ensuring their success. So, in both cases, in both programs, the main objectives are promoting the circular economy and reducing the consumption of natural resources through thickness optimization, mixes with higher reclaimed asphalt pavement contents, and the addition of industrial waste materials. Improving pavement performance and durability, which also enhance safety conditions and reduces maintenance activities and their impact on road users. Improving energy efficiency and minimizing the carbon footprint by lowering manufacturing temperatures and reducing the material transportation needs. Replacing fossil-based materials with renewable alternatives such as biobinders instead of traditional asphalt binders. Now we move on to the first program called EAPA, which stands for Efficient Asphalt Pavements. Okay. And it consists of 13 initiatives all over Spain where we apply one of those techniques under different boundary conditions. The first one, as you know, hot or warm mixed asphalt recycling. It's a technique we already have regulated in our country, in our road network. But we want to continue testing it using the maximum allowable reclaimed asphalt pavement content along with the lowest possible temperature. About the technique of half-warm mixed asphalt in Spain, although we have some guidelines about regarding this technique, there are no regulations within the framework of national road network. Therefore, we want to expand our practical knowledge of this technique, whether using asphalt emulsion or foam asphalt. About in-place recycling with asphalt emulsion or foam asphalt, we already have regulations in Spain, but we want to continue testing it, especially in the case of using foam asphalt because of the lack of experiences. About the second program called RICO-PAVES, which stands for Reduce CO2 Pavements. It consists of 9 initiatives all located in the Andalusia region with remarkable innovative features, generally for exceeding the regulatory framework, but also for achieving improved performances in a non-conventional way. Here we have five groups of techniques. The first one we have called Sustainable and High Performance Asphalt Mix, consists of warm mix stone mastic asphalt with the addition of chrome rubber from end-of-life tires, and so, as you say, run tire rubber, with the aim of achieving these objectives, to compensate for its higher cost by extending its lifespan, reducing manufacturing energy cost, and replacing some of its virgin components with wrap. To address the tendency to drain down by incorporating chrome rubber instead of traditional cellulose fibers. The second group, hot or warm mixed asphalt recycling, is the same as previous, but in this case, we want to test with reclaimed asphalt pavement contents exceeding the regulatory limits in mixes such as asphalt concrete, very thin layers, stone mastic asphalt, and asphalt ultra-thin layers. In half-warm mixed asphalt, it's almost the same strategy as the previous program, but in this case, adding wrap. We want to test this technique as much as possible before we regulate it. The fourth group, about the using of biobinders. We want to test the replacement of bituminous binders with bio-based alternatives, both in plant produce or in place recycling. And the last group, we have called improved pavement solutions. Here we have two different initiatives to achieve higher performance, reducing the thickness of our traditional pavement solutions. In the first one, by incorporating graphene additives in asphalt mixes, and the second one through developing a high-performance cement-treated sub-base, along with a highly flexible asphalt pavement to mitigate reflective cracking from the sub-base. And the estimated contract value and the planned funding for each program are as follows. For FAPA's program, 27 million euros, funded by the Recovery and Resilience Facility, expected to be executed during the years 2023 to 2025 to 2026. And 19 million euros to RecoPaves, applied for co-financing from the Innovation Promotion from Demand line of the multi-regional operational program for Spain, whose call was launched in February 2024 by the Ministry of Science, Innovation and Universities, with the contract expected to start in 2026. And as a novel aspect for us, the contract modality will be design and build, where the contractor carries out both the design and the construction work. Additionally, in the case of the RecoPaves program, the specifications will be adapted to the contractual modality of public innovation of public procurement of innovation solutions, focusing on functional requirements rather than conventional technical specifications. So, to conclude, we expect to fully exploit the possibilities of each technique in terms of reducing the carbon footprint, improving the energy efficiency and durability, and enhancing the circular economy, involving the contractor from the initial design stage to achieve the established objectives, as well as ensuring the viability of each solution. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now we have a short break. After 15 minutes, we will see you again. So please enjoy.
Thank you.